as you get towards. Hey guys, Crankin Surf back again, and we've just picked up a new board from the Glasses. Now this one is a 611 by 23/4 mini mal, and what I've done is I've put a single fly and a white swallowtail on it. A little bit different to what you normally do to a mini mal. So what we're going to do in these probably 2 videos is we're going to sand it and we're going to do a hot coat on the deck. Now I don't do a hot coat underneath, all I do is sand it and then I wet and dry with 180 and 240, and with the deck I'm going to do it with just sand it and I'm going to tape it off. I'll show you how to do that because there's a few little tricks with that. So we'll tape it off and we'll do a what we call a hot coat, and we'll do that. So it should be 2 videos, we'll see how we go. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a quick light sand on the top and the bottom. The reason we do that is because when you get it back, it's really slippery. When you've glassed it and you've done the filler coat, it's really slippery. Hit it with the sander and it could fly off. So what we're going to do, we're just going to rough up the top and the bottom, and you'll see what we do. It's very quick and easy, and we'll get going. Cheers. Rightio, so we've got a sander. Now what we're going to use, the soft pad. So it's a very soft pad. We've got an 80 grit paper, and we're going to do really slow. So basically, to show you what I'm going to do. So what we've done, we've just gone slow. We've worked our way up the board, and we're just roughing it up. So it's not a full-on sand just yet. And there we go, that's the top done. So all we're trying to achieve with sanding it is to get rid of any shiny spots. So we just want it dull, so no shiny bits at all, nice and dull. But I'll show you what I do with the rails. Right, so we've turned it over, bottom, basically the same thing. And there we go. So what I'll probably do now is drop it down to a rack that's a little bit lower, so it won't be as high, so I'm not sort of up high, and we'll basically go over it. We'll do the rest with the sander, and the idea then is I'll actually move to just a piece of 120 paper and do it by hand. Now I like to do a lot of it by hand so I can feel the rail. I know you can go along with the sander and do all that sort of stuff, but I actually like to feel the shape of the rail come in. I also like to make sure I get that hard edge in that from the fin box, just in front of the fin box down, and I do some of that with this. And the last part, I actually do it by hand, so I get a better feel for it, but that's just a technique that I use. Some people like doing the whole board with the sander. I like to do the basics with the sander and then finish it off by hand. It's a lot more work, but it's just how I like to do it. So we're just going to go over it a bit more. Just going to go around. Normally where you get the lap inside, there's a few ripples from the brush, so I just want to take those off, so I'll hit those. Someone's got a bit dusty, haven't they? We're starting to get the board pretty well hand-sanded. We can start to see where there's any little, well, basically shiny spots. We want to get rid of all the shiny spots. Now, doing it by hand, it also allows me to start rolling that rail over. Instead, after it's glass, it can have a little bumps and different things on it, so we want to start rolling that over. So we're looking pretty good. We can probably give this a wipe down. We can have a look for any shiny spots, and we'll go over it and just give those a sand in those spots, and then just give it a nice overall sand. The bottom will be done. As I said, we'll move on to the deck, and then we'll come to the rails. I actually like to hand sand the rails, and the reason I like to do it is I can start to get a feel for the shape of the rail. So as I sort of work my way up, I just give it a quick run once over. So even from doing that, I can already start to see where the shiny bits are. Now I'm just going to work up the rail. And we'll also start to feel that bottom edge too as it starts to round. As I said, I tend to fade it to a hard edge just in front of the rear fins. So it gives you a good feel for the rail. So we're going to do this. We're going to do this. And we'll sand both the rails. So we've done the deck. In the side rack you can see any shiny spots with the sunlight, so it makes it pretty easy. It looks pretty good at this stage. So what we'll do is start rounding this off. And it'll probably take about 30 minutes and we should be done. And that's basically how we get it ready to do the hot coat. Cheers.